Welcome back to another week in this training series. This is part 2 of who knows how many. Today is Monday, the first day of this week. Well, yesterday, Sunday, was considered my rest day. I actually got a massage. It was great. Focused on a lot of lower body and back stuff, things that have been causing me some issues. Usually do, and they're very tight, so just working those out. In my last video, I had talked about possibly doing a half marathon. Well, today I'm gonna kind of do this right here. I decided to jump the gun and I went ahead and registered for it. So Saturday, in this video too, you'll see it, I'm gonna go out there and do that Dragon's Den half marathon. It's an interesting race. It's a very mixed terrain, kind of on the harder side of all the courses I ran, but it'll be fun. Get out there. I'm not expecting to do anything great, just do some runs. So I'm gonna go out there and do that. Today though, I'm about to make dinner here in a little bit. It's currently 6 o'clock. It's after work. I'm gonna make dinner and then wait a few hours, and I'll head to the gym around 10:30ish, and I'll be there till about midnight. It's upper body today, so work on my upper body strength, do all that, and then I come back, shower, get ready for bed, and usually try to go to bed around like 2 a.m. So it's in the thick of it now. We're starting to ramp up. I know last week was getting into it, and now I'm starting to get my schedule set and get a rhythm going. So we're gonna be doing that and start this process. It's a long process. We're 13 weeks out or so till the marathon, but we're rocking and rolling. We're getting this one down. So yeah.
Along the way. Another all-time favorite of mine, because I used to coach for it, is Run for the Future. Run for the Future is a 7-week program for young women in 11th or 12th grade, where they train over the course of the 7 weeks to run their first 5K. But along the way, there's a real holistic wellness approach. We talk about healthy habits and nutrition and relationships and a lot of different things. We have a career day where they get to meet women in different industries. So it's a really great program for young women that's held over the summer. And then last but not least is our Striders program, which is a walking program to keep seniors active. And this is run out of a lot of community centers across the city. And it's really keeping seniors connected and keeping seniors active. So these are some of the things that we're fundraising for. We definitely think they're worthy causes. Hopefully you do too, and that's a lot more community impact programs which are impacting more families. But Team for Kids, the Rising New York Road Runners, is our marquee youth program. It's based in physical literacy. It serves kids in New York City and across the nation. So our TFK fundraising supports free programming for educators to build youth movement framework. It serves schools and community centers in need. It provides opportunities despite budget and community resource constraints. It's a free local youth event. I did not misspeak. He has literally raised over $1 million for Team for Kids. In 1 year, he raised $102,000.
Okay, so it's now Wednesday of this training week. We're gonna get ready to go do a few miles before work here. It's 6:25 in the morning, or no, sorry, I don't even know what I was looking at. 6:40 in the morning. And there's those days where you get up and you don't want to train at all, and you rather just stay in bed because your life's just been going crazy and it's been very hectic. Yeah, today's one of those days. Work was super hectic yesterday and it was a lot. I just have a lot going on right now, so I haven't got much rest, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get out there and get these miles in. So it's gonna be a short run today, only 3 miles right before work, but let's get this one in. I'm not really looking forward to it, but we go out there and the sooner we can get started, the sooner we can be done. So let's go. We made it out here, about a 6:50 start time. Should only take about 30 minutes or so to get this running, but let's get it started. It's a beautiful morning, nice and cloudy, so shouldn't have to worry about the sun hopefully for most of this run, but we're gonna go ahead and get started so that way we can get this one over with.
1 mile completed, 2.1 more to go, or about 2. Getting this one in. Coming on to 2 miles. 1 more mile to go. Getting strong. Last quarter mile. Pushing strong. Getting this one done. So let's get it. 30.2 miles done. 34 minutes. Definitely on the slower side, but at least we got the run in. That's what matters. A slow run is better than no run at all. So whew. Now to get ready for the rest of the work day. So back at the apartment, about to shower and get the work day started. But that run overall, like I said, it was 34 minutes, 3.2 miles, so on the slower side, but happy to at least get out there. I know earlier before the run, I was like, I don't want to do this. It was just one of those days, but the high and adrenaline you get from after the run, like how good you feel, like, all right, I went out there and I did that, I can tackle the rest of the day, is good. So I have that going on right now, and yeah, so now the rest of the day I can just relax. I was gonna wait till after work and go run, and then it was like 106 degrees, and it just wouldn't have been pretty, and then I probably would have talked myself out of it, like, oh no, it's too hot, you know, just wait and do it again in the morning or something like that. And but now I was like, you know what, I woke up, my alarm went off this morning, I was like, you know what, no, get out there, just go do it, just be done with it. So that's what I did. And yeah, I also wanted to wish all my cousins good luck today, Wednesday, August 10th. I know it's the first day of school for a lot of them, a lot of my little cousins, so hopefully they do have a good day. And yeah, but let's keep this training week going. So it's now Wednesday evening. Had a full day this morning. This morning we did the run, and then I went through my work day. I trying to change up some of the videos now, trying to get y'all a little more into what this whole training part is like. With that comes the nutrition I've talked about before, and it's the diet that consists around marathon running is different. It's a lot of eating. Right now, since it's still early on, I mean, I'm not eating as much. I'm starting to ramp it up though, especially into September when, you know, those miles start getting longer. And I mean, we're running anywhere between like 50 or 60 miles a week. So you start eating about like 5 or 6 times a day. You know, portions are out, and you're always hungry just because of how much you're losing. So I'm actually trying out a new meal tonight. I do this a lot with bison. It's kind of what I call a bison bowl. I don't know, I just kind of made it up. You know, it's just basically get a bowl or a plate or whatever. You have ground bison, use some rice, and then some vegetables, broccoli, whatever you want, and you kind of mix it all in together and just eat it like that. I was at the store earlier today buying some quick last minute stuff for the week to get me out, and I actually saw ground lamb. And it's an 80-20, so 80% lean, 20% fat. I know they've also sell 85-15. They didn't have any 85-15, so I got the 80-20. I love lamb. I've never had ground lamb. I've always had lamb chops or leg of lamb, and I've never made lamb myself. So this is going to be an interesting, yeah, it's going to be an interesting take. So we're going to try it up, cut it open right now. You know, got out my kitchen scissors. We're going to throw this. I have my pan ready to go. It's heating up. I already threw some oil in there, so we're gonna cut this up and we're just gonna get straight into it. Also wearing my New York City Marathon shirt. Well, one of them. This is a shirt that I bought at the expo. And then in the back it has like the name of I think it's like the name of all the bros that you run to, and you can kind of somewhat right there. You can kind of somewhat see in the back. And then inside it though too, it says like start, like and finish the different bridges and all that. So it's a pretty cool shirt. I picked it up at the expo. So yeah, I'm excited, along with some jackets and, you know, some other little novelty stuff. I think I showed in the last video the mug that I had bought, and yeah, that was also from the expo as well. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. They have a lot of stuff at the expo. It's his own stores, and I mean, all that good stuff. But
getting this open real quick.
Currently dropped it in right now. You can kind of hear it in the background. I'm cutting it up, as you can see, cutting this on up. I do this a lot with the bison too. I'll throw it in there, get it cut up into smaller pieces with the spatula. I'm gonna try to do the same recipe I do with the bison. I'm just gonna throw in some pink salt and then some ground black pepper as well. And we'll see how it tastes. Like I said, it's my first time ever cooking this, so it could be good, it could be extremely bad. So we'll see. And in case if you're wondering, that whole it was a pound that I'm throwing in right now. So yeah, we'll get this cooking and I'll show y'all here in a little bit of what it looks like. Gonna want to keep stirring this around, moving it around a little bit here and there. Trying to get all this brown, you know, get rid of all that red. So yeah, we're gonna keep on cooking it. All right, let's get started. I got the broccoli here. I already threw it inside this container because I do try to like meal prep somewhat. So I made a good amount so that way tomorrow I'm making salmon tomorrow is on the agenda. So I'll save half of it for tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and cut this up, and I'll have some ready for tomorrow, ready to go, and throw them back to start in the microwave. Steamed broccoli, and that'll be good. Put that in the freezer right now. I have it here ready to go. You can see the lamb on top. I topped it with some black pepper. There's the broccoli down there, broccoli cut, steamed broccoli, and then some white rice, and then my glass of water with it. So yeah, we're gonna try this on out. Like I said, I've never had it before, so we'll see how it tastes. So the broccoli and the rice I obviously have had before. That's no different than what I do with the bison. What I'm curious to see how it's gonna taste tonight is this lamb. I've never really made lamb before, like I said, and I've never had ground lamb in this type of consistency. I've only ever had lamb chops and a leg of lamb. So we'll try it, see how it is. It's an 80-20 mix, so let's see. Okay, it's actually pretty good. I like it a lot. I think I might have slightly overcooked, not much, but maybe could have taken it off about a minute sooner. But with it being the first time, want to make sure I cooked it right. So, and I didn't undercook it. So, like I said, it's not bad. It tastes good. So yeah, I like it. I think I might alter it up. You know, going forward, 1 week of bison, 1 week of lamb, go back and forth like that. That way, it's not the same thing over and over again. But I like it. It's a different taste. Obviously, a little more of a gamier taste, which I love. But yeah, I highly recommend. So I'm gonna eat this now. Well, it's Friday, so it's the night before tomorrow's half marathon. Just a little more insight of some of my weekly routines that I do, and kind of like superstitions, things that I do that before long runs, or technically races, but I'm treating every Friday now as a pre-race day. You know, things I'm gonna do the night before the race, the stuff I'm gonna do on the day of, because all my long runs are technically supposed to be like, you know, prepping for that actual day. But tomorrow's actually been an actual race, so following a lot of that regiment. One thing I always do, and it's been something I've been doing for years, I don't know how it started. I think it was when I just got it, and then it just became routine before a race. I always pick up Olive Garden. I always get a chicken parmesan. I don't know why. I like it. It's good, but like that just became my pre-race, the night before race meal. So yeah, like for dinner, I got it right over here. Picked it up, so I'm gonna have that for dinner tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna wake up early and start racing, and you know, head out there and go for a run. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, not looking forward to. I mean, it'll be fun to get out there, get a race under my belt. I mean, especially since I haven't raced in a while. I mean, obviously, as you know, the foam glow, the one I was supposed to do last month, ended up having fallen through. So, yeah, it'll be cool to get it back out there and do that. But, yeah, I was going to enjoy this dinner and, you know, spend the night in, relaxing for a bit, and then have an early night because we're going to wake up around like 4:45 tomorrow. Race starts at 6:30, so get everything ready in the morning and let's get it going. So, time to eat. I got race day blue on, got my bibs all on. It's race morning for the half marathon, so we're about to get out there and get this run in. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. It's 5 o'clock. Race starts at 6:30, so early morning. Let's get this one in. I'm taking one chew and one gel and one chew. So yeah, we're gonna see. Probably mile 5 and 10. I'll eat them and just go from there. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to get an actual race in. The one I was supposed to do last month ended up falling through, so it'll be cool to get this one in and get back into that rhythm. So let's get this one. Head on out. I'm actually wearing long socks today. Decided to do that just because the way that course can be, run through some grass and all that, and I don't like, you know, if it's wet from the dew or something like that this morning, I don't like getting into my shoes, so I'd rather just wear the longer socks. So yeah, we're gonna wear that, and I need to head on over there because it's like a 30-minute drive. So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dying right now. One hard race, but getting through it. A lot of hills, and steep hills at that. And they're all rocky and stuff like that. So getting through it. Having some breathing trouble, but working through that too. Having to slow down a little bit. About 5 more miles to go. 2.5 miles left to go. I'm gonna have to slow down drastically because I feel like my right calf's wanting to cramp. It's hot out. That one hill, mile 7.5, killed me. So I have about 2 more climbs left to go. Just enjoying, well, not really enjoying, more like torturing myself, but just trying to get done with this race. It's a small race. Everyone kind of spreads out, especially the amount of people. I think they limit it to like 400 people for the half. So there's a person like a quarter mile in front of me. I think the person behind me is like a 1/10 or 0.2 of a mile behind me. That's mile 11. So just 2 miles left to go. Less than a mile to go. You can see the finish way over there in the distance is the finish. So about half a mile, 3/4 mile, somewhere around there left to go. So luckily I'm at the top of the last climb, so it's all downhill now. Worst half marathon I've ever done, but oh well, rather this be the bad race than New York. So whatever. We learned a lot from this one though. Learned a lot as far as what I need to work on going forward. So coming down now. Oh shit. Back in the car. That was one hell of a race. It's funny how this race, I've seen both ends of it. This race, I had my PR in when I last, because I've only ran this race twice. This will be my second time. 2 years ago, I ran it right before San Francisco, and it was my best half marathon I've ever done, my fastest time. And then today was my worst half marathon I've ever done. I was cramping up in my right calf, and then right as soon as I got to the finish line, I felt my left going. I was like, oh great. And then I was having trouble breathing at a certain point too, like almost like felt like I was having an asthma attack, even though I don't have asthma. So I don't know, I gotta figure that out too. I think a lot of it too is just stamina and having not being physically fit to run this race, especially after, you know, the injury and how I had to dial everything back and then just ramping up, throwing myself in the deep end and just going out there and doing it. And this is not the course to just throw yourself out there. This is a hard course, a lot of hills, and I know I didn't record much of the hills when I was going up them, just because I was just making sure my footing was right. I didn't want to slip or fall because it's all like gravel going up those hills, so it's not like concrete or, you know, like a road where it's nice and even and you don't have to worry about too much on slipping something. Just him going up and down these hills, you know, a lot of it's like gravel and grass and stuff, so you just want to make sure you're not sliding around. It was more of like a trail run than like a road race, but I mean, oh well. These races I learn more from than the ones I do well at, just because I mean I'm like, okay, what didn't work, how do I fix it, let's attack it. So that's my mentality right now. I'd rather this race be the worst one, the one that was bad, than, you know, New York. Rather it happen now than 12 weeks from now. So oh well. I mean, yeah, the runner in me is still bummed about it. I mean, that's natural, especially, I mean, how well I do at half marathons is like my favorite distance, you know. Today just wasn't my day, but oh well. I mean, we'll regroup. I already texted my strength coach Emily to let her know about what had happened, and so she's gonna make a plan for this upcoming week, and we're gonna attack it and see what happens. But yeah, I mean, we'll just keep on going. We got 3 months till the race, so plenty of time to work out these kinks. Made it back home, showered, got freshened up. So like I was saying, this ended up being my worst half marathon. That race, I ran it twice. One was my PR. This one ended up being my worst. I've had both ends of the spectrum. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it is I just wasn't in the shape for it right now. It's very early on in my training and just pushing into a half marathon. I mean, I've done a lot of half marathons with like little training before, but I don't know. It was coming off an injury as well too. It just wasn't the day for it. Calves were cramping. I was having trouble breathing later on in the race. I don't know what that was about. We're trying to figure that out, but oh well. We're gonna move on, get back on the training, and yeah, just keep working at it. We got 12 weeks out, so it's coming, but we'll get there. Today was actually also the last day of running with my Brooks, my adrenalines, the 22s. So I'll be switching over to the 23s, which I already bought, and I'll be pouring them on next week. So yeah, but with that as well, I have to take off the inspiration tags off this one and add it onto the other one. So I'm trying to think which one I should put. I got two of them. This one's first. I run the miles, then I drink the beers, and then the other one is the other tags say mind over miles. You got this or something like that. So I'm trying to think of which one I should put. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do that. End it for this week of training. I'm gonna do some recovery now. Get the foam roller out, the jet boots out as well, and put that on my legs, so that way it can get all that going. I also did want to give a shout out to everyone who's already donated for the Team for Kids. So those people are going to get a special shout out, and as people donate, I'll give them a shout out in the video as well. So the very first one, so we got Ariel Franco, Aubrey, Faith, and Derek, my Aunt B and Uncle Rick, my dad, my grandma and grandpa Veta, Ida Pena, Jody McCrader, my dad again, Liana, my mom again, Mary Jones, the Pena family, Renee and Chella. So that's who's donated so far. So yeah, if you also want to donate, drop there's the link in the description down below. So just go ahead, donate. Team for Kids is a great organization. It helps kids after school programs for running and wellness. It also does much more than that too. Team for Kids started out as a youth ran organization. It also does stuff for elderly as well to keep them active, and also does stuff for disabled as well too, in terms of like helping them fund money for wheelchairs and all that good stuff, and then also helping them get into athletics as well, just because no one's left behind. If someone's a disabled, let's say like they're in a wheelchair and they're a young kid, and they can't afford a push rim, which are the running wheelchairs basically. If you've ever seen those, they will help them, fund it for them, and get that as well too. So it's a great organization. There's a lot of different branches that it touches. I found that out in the meeting this past week. So great organization. Got about another month and a half left to raise money for it. So if you would like to donate, just drop a link there's a link in the comments below. So just go ahead and click on that, and yeah, I would appreciate it. So with that'll end it for this week. I know this is another long video. Let me know if you kind of like the longer videos, or you like what I did last year where I was keeping them around 15-20 minutes. But we'll see how that keeps on going forward. So yeah, thank y'all, and I'll see y'all again next week. So see ya.